Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another Monday morning vibe check. But today we officially have a new name. Hello, Jilly. I hope that that's you out there as well, Holly. So as of today, I was sitting with my journal last night and I tuned into spirit and I was like, okay, Monday morning vibe checks tomorrow. Really been kind of feeling crunchy with the name. So as of today, it is the Tarot and Tea with Safrianna for the week. So welcome to Tarot and Tea. I have some Earl Grey this morning. I was contemplating that in the future I might start making some herbal concoctions or making my own tea blends to share with you all. Just stretch goals, just having fun over here. But for today, we have some lovely Earl Grey. So let's jump into the cards. Just in case this is your first time stumbling across one of these lives, I have begun to pull a tarot card for the week as of just a few weeks ago. And then today, as always, I have an oracle deck to pull from as well. So this is our collective reading for the week ahead. How are you all doing? I know we're living in very uncertain times right now and that it just feels a little topsy-turvy. I know we're also really in the midst of spring planning and leaning into what is next, really dreaming. We're still in Pisces season. We're still really in this intuitive dream space. And there is so much possibility available to us, even though there also seems to be a lot of turmoil in the world. Man, the tarot are just coming out in clumps today. They all want the messages. Here we go. Fascinating. So our card today, and what's interesting is I literally watched this flip upright. Our card is the Lovers. Hope I can show this on YouTube and Substack. It's a little spicy. But the Lovers is more than a relationship card. The Lovers is really about this beautiful divine joining, this divine marriage within us. This is very much like a tantric energy card. It's very much about joining with ourselves. And yes, certainly it can be about joining with others. But as for us, the collective, I really see this as a card of fulfillment and choice and surrender. So those are some of the keywords for this card are fulfillment, choice, and surrender. So this actually came up in my own personal reading today, that we're being asked to make choices and to really, really stick with our choices. What choice is going to fulfill you? What inner world, inner union of your own divine masculine and feminine, aka your structure and your flow, your shadow and your light, your doing and being, how are you bringing those energies together to live a fulfilled life? That is the big question for this week. And I feel like this has been coming through with the astrology as well. And on the other side of the eclipse portal, how do we surrender to living the life that we actually want to live? And, this being the Druidcraft Tarot that I pull from every week, the Lovers are really the precursor to Cernunnos, or temptation. And so this is the divine joining within you of what's authentic and real, and to embrace the heart of your life. So this card in general means essentially engaging with the dilemmas in your life right now to develop maturity through, again, balance of the divine masculine and feminine within. And that there is great surrender when you are exploring the mysteries of life. You're not going to have all the answers. So go with the flow and open to this inner weaving within you is the message. So I like that a lot more than some of our last cards we've pulled. But but ultimately, the Lovers is really about this divine union within us. It can be very exciting when we see it. We'll think, oh, new relationship, or some indication of love. sure, it could be that, but so often it really has to do with how we are relating to our inner worlds and harmonizing the energy within us. So contemplate that this week. And now we're going to pull some cards from this deck is in half right now. The Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Also pulled from this during my live with Dr. Melissa Bird on Friday. So I really encourage you to go back and watch that if you'd like. 1, 2. They just keep coming out in clumps. All right, we're going to go with all 4. Extra long message today. 1, all paths lead home. This is really about us finding our inner authority, following our intuition, and turning our gaze within. So this is a dropping in to the, if you will, feminine force of the Lover's card, to really feel down deep within what is truly our inner authority, our inner messages, and to turn our gaze towards what is percolating within here. This is really a card of no wrong paths. When you follow what is right for you, there is no wrong path. So really, what is fulfilling to you? It goes back to that as well. Your life is a canvas. You are an artist of your life. You are here co-creating your life with the earth, with the people around you, with your beautiful mind, with your beautiful body. And so how do you allow yourself to manifest the life that you want to manifest? This is all about creative accountability. And if you're in my community, automatically a little bit of creative accountability, because we are here to explore creativity and expression, no matter what that looks like, whether that's painting or going out in nature or sharing a meditation or writing or literally any form of physical art, dancing, cooking, just knowing that we are creative entities, all when flowing through us. Creative accountability. You are not alone. So this card is really about you finding your community, moving out of isolation into physical connection and community. So if you find yourself in a chapter where you're feeling physically isolated, it's time to get out there and connect in person with your friends, really get out there and feel the connection with other people and feel the connection with nature. You're not alone. And I think it feels especially isolating and alone creating when we have so much turmoil happening in the world. So be gentle with yourselves. And finally, Star Keeper. This is our bonus card. Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. I know I have been getting this message loud and clear that in order to really be the energy of unconditional love in the world, in order to be a healing force instead of a destructive force, we have to be really grounded and anchored in who we are, which has been the message for the last 4 weeks has been be who you are, be who you are, be who you are. And yet again, that same sort of message has arrived today. But the Star Keeper is really reminding us to stay anchored when everything seems like it's spinning, and to remember that ultimately we're not alone even in the greater cosmos. So to recap our reading for the day, we have the Lovers, reminding us to really tune into what life looks like when it is fulfilling to us, to find this divine balance between the masculine and feminine principles within, or the doing, being, shadow, light journey, whatever you want to call it, but to find this harmony and balance within you, to explore what that looks like. Remembering that all paths lead to home, that your inner authority is the most important, and that as you turn your gaze within, you get the answers that you need. Your life is a canvas, so create it, paint it, manifest it the way that you want, not anybody else's definition, but the way that you want. You're not alone. Remember that you are not alone. There is a whole team out there, seen and unseen, waiting for you to ask for help, for assistance. So all you need to do is connect in community, connect to the cosmos, and ask. And last but not least, remember that there are cosmic ancestors out there cheering us on, and they are reminding us to anchor and be grounded here on Earth so we can do what is ours to do. So, those are our messages for today from the cards. And on the tea part, figured I'd give you the tea of what's going on in my life or anything else that is coming through. And hopefully with time, I will make this even more pleasant and grounding for all of us. But we are T-minus 1 week from closing on the house. We are still contingent on appraisal. The appraisal information has not come back. But other than that, everything looks like it's going forward. And so I am staying optimistic that we've landed, and we will know 100% for sure if we've landed as of next Monday. Other than that, I'll have some personal announcements coming out here in the next couple of weeks about changes and such that are happening in my life and business structure and yada, 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 all of the above. Just really sitting with all of that and continuing to allow it to inform me of where I'm going next and what's coming through. I'm going to be changing website platforms, it's looking like. I'm going to be changing email platforms, it's looking like. Like, there's just going to be a lot of change coming down the pike for me. So I am surrendering to it all, knowing that I can't know with certainty exactly where I'm going, but trusting in the process. And other than that, I don't really have a ton of personal stuff percolating right now, aside from, the announcements that I've got to make down the road. We are in the thick of really planning for our garden. We transplanted strawberries over the weekend from the asparagus patch into a empty patch in the back because the asparagus fronds were overshadowing the strawberries. So this year I decided to move them. See what happens with those. But our garden is going to probably go another 1.5 times size this year, if not slightly more than that, maybe twice the size of last year's garden. So to be seen, excited about that, but also, of course, it's a major undertaking. But you'll learn all about it as I share here consistently my snaps from the garden. And of course, I've got tasty things for February coming out here soon. So all those fun things coming down the pike. And other than that, I'm just continuing to move forward one moment, one day at a time. I have consistently been getting the messages to slow down and not rush. Of course, I really wanted to slow down all winter, but had all this house stuff going on and all of these commitments. So my cards keep reminding me again and again and again to slow down and not rush and to allow myself as much spaciousness as I can. So my personal goal today, as I get this new tarot and tea segment out on all the socials and have a wonderful call to co-create a resource on identity shifts with my dear friend Deb Porter. And then I have a client today. After that, I'm going to chill. I am trying to really factor in my chill time as much as I can because I didn't get enough of it this winter. So I hope you too will also relax and chill as much as you can to really continue to allow this ramp up into spring to be slow and nourishing and really, really fuel and serve you however it can. And we will be here fully in spring any moment. Today's weather here is nuts. Uh, we are having like record highs over the next few days, or very close to record highs. So, climate change and all that stuff too, but we do what we can to continue as the world changes around us, adaptable creatures that we are. So take good care of yourself. Know that as always, I'm here cheering you on. And if I can do anything to assist, I am always more than happy to. So until next time, my friends, I see you, I believe in you. And as always, I'm cheering you on. You've got this. Don't hesitate to reach out. And thanks as always for being here. Until next Monday, let me know how you feel about tarot and tea. Bye for now.